Alrighty, and so our first game of the evening is Inhumane Resources, and this was provided to me by the developer and publisher of the game. So before we begin, I would like to thank the developer and publisher of Inhumane Resources, a literary machination. I believe that's how it's pronounced, for providing me with a copy of the game to play on tonight's stream. Now, if you are interested in Inhumane Resources, you can pick this game up on Steam and it goes for 14.99 USD. And of course, if you are in the Twitch chat with us this evening, you are going to go ahead and use exclamation point GOTC. And if you are watching this as a VOD on YouTube, then you will go ahead and scroll down to the video description box, and that will get you the information for the game. From my understanding, this is supposed to be a horror game. We're gonna wing it. You know, sometimes I don't play horror, but it also kind of depends on the horror. Like I'm not a big horror fan buff, but when it's certain types of horror, I'm okay with that. You know, so we're gonna see what this one does. Um, but again, a very big thank you to the developers and publishers for providing me with a copy of the game to play on tonight's stream. I am also going to be writing an article for this for the dailygamepad.net. Um, so just to let you all know, that information, once the article does go live, will also be in the description box of the YouTube video. So but let's go ahead, let's get started. Please enter your name. Yep, I'm gonna be Finnegan Joyce. Sounds perfect. There are 3 deaths. The first is when the body ceases to function. The second is when the body is consigned to the grave. The third is that moment sometime in the future when your name is spoken for the last time. David M. Eagleman. Wow. The phone call. An all too familiar screecher reverberates inside your brain. The noise comes in waves, the pain follows suit. You try your best to ignore both, but the mere fact you've acknowledged the awful sound means it's already won. The phone's alarm is simply much too loud to ignore. Defeated, your eyelids peel apart like sheets of rotten Velcro, blinking back a bad night's bleary haze. You lie in bed, awake, against your consent. The room is almost pitch black, save for the intermittent flashing of your phone's screaming screen. A wretched, if routine stench of unwashed bed sheets bids you a bittersweet good morning. You're home, for better or worse. Mostly the latter these days. Just once, you wish you'd wake up somewhere else instead. Just once, you wish time would ask permission before racing ahead. But your phone doesn't care about what you want. The insufferable screeching drills deeper into your skull. You throw back your dirty blankets, blindly reaching for the misbegotten beast. Pick up the phone. The slab of thumb smudged plastic feels comfortable in your palm. Most call the device ancient, but to you, it's cozy and familiar, like an old, if outdated, friend. No oversized touchscreen, no fancy graphics card for mobile games, no constant access to so or so G network, just a simple tool with a cute antenna that still allows you time to disconnect. You've always appreciated the old and the analog, despite the wider world's obsession with digitalized progress. There's sincerity and physicality, a warmth to an object's weight. You'll cling to this relic as long as you can. Sensible upgrades be damned. You have acquired a cell phone. You fiddle with the phone, desperate to stop the alarm. But no matter what button you press, the shrieking will not end. That's because this isn't your alarm at all. It's your ringtone. Squinting in the darkness, you barely make out the caller's ID. It's your aunt. Aunt slash landlady, technically speaking. Hopefully, just your aunt today. Woman is exhausted enough when she isn't asking for rent payments, no matter how overdue they are. Still, should you really ignore a call from the one person still willing to support you between jobs? Press the accept call button. You can't deal with this right now. Hang up on her. I'm gonna accept the call. Static crackles as your obsolete cell phone struggles to connect. After a sharp click, you mumble a hesitant hello.
Así mi clamo.
Okay. Hey there, sweetie. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Hope I'm not interrupting lunch. Nah, I just got out the bed. Apparently. The scratchy phasmel of her bombastical, condescending voice greets you on the line's other end. No mistaking your dear auntie. But what's this about lunch? You flick on a light and glance toward your microwave's LED clock display. A shameful number stares back from the room's abyss. 1:29 p.m. You wince and make up a half-baked lie, pretending to talk with your mouth full. Your aunt doesn't seem to buy it.
Sigama no suko.
Well, I'm sure you're very busy with job applications today, so I'll get straight to the point. Do you have any idea when you'll be able to send me last month's rent? I know money's been tight lately, but it's already the 31st. One missed payment is bad enough, but two? Shit. Landlady it is. You feel yourself deflate, glance into the tower of rejected job applications standing proud and precarious upon your messy desk. The top sheet almost grazes your modest apartment's ceiling. Your aunt suggests to print each refusal, claiming they'll make your eventually hiring all the more rewarding. You found that harder and harder to believe ever since the letter started to outnumber the dollars in your bank account.
Así mi clamo.
Sweetie, do you have some kind of estimate for me? I would really need an answer today. You have no choice. Beg for more time to pay again. Lie to her. Everything is under control. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, nah, I don't have it. You swallow your pride. It goes down easy. There isn't much left. For the 100,000th millionth time, you swear to send your auntie the money the second you get a steady paycheck. Until then, there's no way you can conjure cash out of thin air. An uncomfortable silence lingers over your phone speaker. After several torturous seconds, a disappointed sigh comes through.
Tomó saca.
Sweetie, I let you rent the place to give you a second chance, not to keep enabling the shameful do-nothing behavior of yours.
Jimena Gomi.
Honestly, I'd be more than willing to forgive delays if I knew you were actually trying. But you can't expect me to believe you've been pulling yourself up by the bootstraps and giving this job hunt all you've got when you've been living in a pigsty for the past year. Pigsty? You deflect the woman's accusations, blabbering in desperate denial, but as your eyes drift over the sorry state of your apartment, your ramblings soon turn to tragic silence. You've been immune to the stench for a few months now, but no amount of time will ever make you blind to the altars of wretchedness you neglect has erected on the floor, at your desk, in the kitchen, and even in your fridge. your desk. Okay. Flies swarm styrofoam containers, meligate themselves into awkwardly unstable modern art installations. Your largest one could only be referred to as the Leaning Tower of Takeout. On the floor, crumpled stacks of crusty laundry litter the unmopped ground like landmines in an active war zone. In the kitchen, filthy cookware overflows from your sink, bathed in wretched dishwater. A layer of film has formed on the surface, thick as the crust of a creme brulee. Ooh. Ooh, as in not like, ooh, that sounds good, but like, ooh, wow. Like, 'cause I can picture it. And even in your fridge, the outdated contraption hums like the mama nuclear lawnmower. Even though you know damn well it's not keeping anything cold, maybe catch a package, if you're lucky. Okay? Pigsty or not, there's no denying that this whole unemployment business has been taking a serious toll. One that's gone on long enough for your aunt's pity to become well deserved contempt.
Si kama no suku.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's not your fault those stupid companies won't hire qualified geniuses. She's right. You're scum. Worse than scum. She should just evict you and get it over with. You're sick of pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Can someone else pull them up for you? Uh, how do I want to play this? It's not your fault those stupid companies won't hire overqualified geniuses. Or do I want to go the route of, feeling bad for myself and agree with the fact that she thinks that I'm scum, or do I want to go to the whole I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. But you're sick of pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Can't someone else pull them up for you? I don't want to do this one. I think I'm gonna go with you. You're sick of pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Can't someone else do pull them up for you? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. But I also do like the she's right, you're scum one. But I think that's because that's my own defeatist mentality right there. That does describe me a lot. Uh, but would Joyce Finnegan say that? Nah, we're gonna make Joyce Finnegan be like, well, can't somebody else do it for a change? You've become convinced the effort is overrated and wasted. Effort is downright offensive. Why keep applying to jobs if it never amounts to anything? Why clean your room if it just gets dirty again? Your precious time would be better spent sleeping in, waiting for money to magically appear. Your aunt, quite obviously, does not share your optimistically apathic philosophy.
Así mi clamo.
Honey, none of your efforts have been wasted because you haven't even made one yet. Ooh, hold on, Auntie, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. Back the fuck up off me. Like, now I'm offended. I'm about to fight. Like, nah, Auntie, you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. You my goddamn aunt. I ain't gotta listen to you. Uh, I mean, you show up late to every interview. You dress like a slob. And if you actually cooked once in a while instead of ordering in, you'd have enough money to buy an island nation. How's an employer supposed to trust you with keeping their business running if you can't even pretend to take responsibility for yourself? Keep choosing to be lazy, and people will keep choosing not to give you a chance. I mean, she right, but still, back the fuck up. Plain old, aw man, plain old laziness. You you have acquired plain old laziness. That might not be good. You brace yourself as the woman prepares to deliver her most frequent, most frustrating spiel. You could probably repeat it word for word, even if you were held at gunpoint.
Jimena Gomi.
Remember, sweetie, in our world, choices matter. The big ones and the small ones, okay? Foreshadow. We can't always take those decisions back, and we can't control their consequences either, which means we have to choose carefully, okay? Again, foreshadowing. You must certainly have not been doing that. But if you have any intention of getting yourself out of this mess, you need to start making the right decisions, and soon. You hang your head and nod, glumping down your last trickle of self respect. Hearing this speech frequently doesn't make it any easier to hear.
Binge Matani.
Anywho, enough of that. The real reason I'm calling is because I might have an opportunity for you. Oh, you could tell by her inflection she means a job opportunity. Your reaction is practically Pavlovian. You salivate at the thought of your unrelentingly financial woes finally coming to an end. You grip the cell phone tighter, aching with anticipation.
Penda Vachuku.
See, there's this problem employee at our company. He works at one of the local branches, right next to where you live, but the man has a terrible attitude, and it's even more terrible when it comes to, well, whatever it is you think we do over there. You picture her limply waving a wrist in some vague, dismissive pattern. More of the highly confidential stuff she can't share, but brags about anyway. Not that you're entirely sure what your aunt actually does for a living to begin with. Something to do with human resources, maybe?
Sigama no Suku.
Needless to say, we'll be laying off the little sourpuss as soon as a fitting replacement is found. But need that replacement fast. Company has a big business deal coming up. We can't afford to be short on staff right now.
Enjo Kateme.
Luckily, I happen to know a certain someone in dire need of a job. And this position happens to be entry level. No major qualifications needed. It even comes with a sterling letter of recommendation from yours truly. Now, this won't be an easy job. Supervisors are very strict, and the anxiety has a way of following you home. But so long as you nail the interview, you're basically guaranteed stable income for as long as you need it. Samira Corp isn't prone to random layoffs.
Mojata Mipe.
So, how about it, sweetie? Shall I schedule something for you? Have her set you up with an interview pronto. Politely decline. You'd rather be poor than deal with a workplace like that. We're gonna go with the interview. High stress environment or not, it beats homelessness exactly by a country mile. You agree to the offer with ravenous assistance. The woman breathes a sigh of relief and lets out a nervous laugh. It almost sounds like she's in ecstatic disbelief.
Shakuni Jata.
Thank goodness. You have no idea what it means to hear you say that, dear. You're literally saving my life. What do you mean, literally? Because literally means like somebody out to get you. What do you mean? I'm literally saving your life. Hold up. I didn't sign up for. Oh, I guess I did sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this, but I did. You should probably be the one telling her that. But you won't complain about receiving gratitude instead of judgment for once. Without missing a beat, your aunt hammers at her computer's keyboard, drafting you an email. You clamber your way out of bed, tripping over day old takeout and mounds of dirty underwear as you rush towards your laptop.
Mojata Mipe.
I've booked the earliest appointment I could possibly find. You should get an email with the time, address, and job description soon. Be sure to read everything carefully and do not be late. Mr. Bogard will skin me alive if I send him another unpunctual idiot.
Jimena Gomi.
Oh, and try to show a little gusto out there. If Mr. Bogard thinks you're lazy, he might try to fix you rather than hire you. Fix you? Rather than offer answer, your aunt whispers farewell.
Shakuni Jata.
Good luck, sweetie. I hope you'll forgive me for this someday. What the hell did I sign up? Hold up. Linda, what the fuck did you sign me up for? Talk about something, you'll forgive me for this someday. What do you mean? Am I gonna forgive you because you pushed me to get, well, not me, but Joyce, because you put Joyce to get a job? Or am I gonna forgive you because you just sent me to the slaughter? Hold up, Linda. Explain your motherfucking self. Explain yourself, Linda. No, get your head back on this phone and explain yourself. What? Like, what you mean? Linda. Good luck, sweetie. I hope you'll forgive me for this someday, Linda. Hold up. Hold up. Well, you got me all the way fucked up. What did you sign me up for? Just saying. But let's continue. Click. The line goes deathly silent, save for a droning dial tone. You get an urge to call her back, but the ding of an invitation appearing in your inbox catches your attention first. Uh-oh. Your interview is today at 4 p.m. sharp, no less. You curse under your breath, rushing to shower and get dressed. Your stack of rejection letters gets knocked over by your charge and scatters across the room in a whirlwind of standard issue responses. You beg with every fiber of your being not to come home with a new failure to add onto the pile. Chapter complete. Proceed to the waiting room. I want to know what the hell Linda signed us up for, because that makes me nervous. I'm just saying. What did you sign us up for? Because she's like, oh, you'll forgive me one day for this. I'm like, for what? What did you do? Linda, I need to know what the hell's going on. But we're going to stop it right there because, you know, that's just the way I roll. I like to stop it on a cliffhanger. Uh, but yeah, that is Inhumane Resources. And Auntie Linda done set us up on some bullshit, though. But that is Inhumane Resources. It looks like it automatically saves. I believe. Because I don't want to proceed to the waiting room because, well, let me see. Maybe it automatically saves. We're going to test that. But this is Inhumane Resources. And if you like what you saw of the game, again, if you are in the Twitch chat with us, you can use exclamation point and GOTC. And that's going to bring up a list of the games that we are playing for the week. If you are watching this as a VOD on YouTube, then the information for the game will be in the description box below this video. And again, a very big thank you to the publishers and developers for providing me with the key for Inhumane Resources to play on tonight's stream. And again, this one does go for $14.99 on Steam.